Hello, good evening, dear participants. Welcome.
Hello, Miss Maral.
How are you,
How
dear
are you?
Furkan?
All good, all good. What about you?
I am also good. Thank you very much for accepting my invitation. I'm so excited about today's presentation, especially listening from you makes this event more special. So wherever you're ready, you may start. Please introduce yourself to our participants if it's possible. Um, okay, thank you very much.
Thank you, Maral, for introduction. But should we wait a few minutes for the attendee? I'm not sure we are full house or not, but
Mhm.
however you want, I can start.
Yes, we don't have a lot of participants right now, but as you know, we have a limited time and our webinar will be recorded and I will share the recording on YouTube. So we may start and we will share the link of this webinar session with our participants.
Okay,
Mhm.
okay.
So right
It
now,
makes sense.
here's a join dear Günel Hasanli and Sama. Welcome, dear participants. We are about to start.
Okay, and Oğuzhan and Ali is here.
Uh-huh.
Okay,
Nice to meet
I
you.
am I am sharing my screen, and during my presentation, I will introduce myself. Okay,
Uh-huh. Okay, thank you very
can,
much.
can you see my screen?
Yeah,
Okay,
we see your screen right now.
okay, okay, that's it. Hello everyone. Furkan YILMAZ, and we will discuss about the cybercrime awareness today. And uh, actually, cybercrime awareness. Actually, awareness means that we try to target to share our knowledge for the both individuals and organizations to get understanding related to cybercrime, being alerted, and actually to protect our digital assets, including the money or our IDs. And in addition that, networks and systems. During this presentation, I will talk about these topics. And before the presentations, here in the screen, you can see my brief introduction. Actually, I start my career in Eskişehir Provincial Police Department. Then I assigned to Ankara headquarters 2014. And 2023, I changed my career to from public sector to private sector. First, moved to Ernst & Young, then Atty Cybersecurity. I am currently a Global Operations Group Manager in Atty Cybersecurity, and I have PhD degree on digital forensics, and that is my main expertise. And also, I carried out many cybercrime investigations during my career. To contact, you can add me via LinkedIn, Furkan Yılmaz PhD. Using QR codes, you can find my profile. Okay, then I am moving to the next slide. Okay, Maral, I want to confirm that do the attendees can speak in this during this meeting, or mics is off?
They might speak if they open their microphone.
Okay, there is no limitations about this. Okay.
Yeah.
Uh, I want to ask to you, what cybercrimes? What comes in your mind when you hear this term, the cybercrimes term? I cannot see the chat box. Please answer me in microphone if anybody wants to add something related to this.
I
What is
think our
cybercrime?
participants may ask this. We don't judge you for wrong answer. You might, yeah, there's no judgment.
Yeah, of
You
course,
may
there's no
say.
judgment. Just related terms. For example, malwares. For example, ID thefts. You know that e-government database is leaked, and like that. There are many things. Okay, it is our first meeting with me. Maybe it seems like the icebreaker for And I want to add this because of the time limitation. It should be first part of my presentation. Maybe next month or upcoming months we will put the second part of this presentation because I cannot fit this time. So thanks to Maral, we solve that kind of solution for this. Okay, when we move to the next presentation, I want to show the classification of the cybercrimes. Actually, in the screen, cybercrimes can be divided to the three based on the targets. Target can be individuals, the properties, or the government. First one is the cybercrimes against individuals, which ones they directly affect the people, including the online harassment, cyberbullying, or stalking, or theft personal data, illegal access of their systems, stealing the sensitive data like that. Second one is the property. It means targeting not the persons. The target is money or the system itself. And third one is the government. The government type of the cybercrimes is generally hacktivism or cyber terrorism can be classified under the government targeted cybercrimes. But the other classification based on the methodology, that means the technique which used by the cyber criminals. One of the most common is ID thefts, where cyber criminals are using hacking. Next one is the phishing. Phishing is kind of social engineering, but which means password harvesting phishing. That phishing activities targeting the people, manipulate the people to get the sensitive data, passwords, or something. Malware, I think all of you heard about these. DDoS attack. DDoS means distributed denial of service attacks, which means that there are many compromised computers flow that target network with traffic, causing the crash. That means cyber stalking. You know that the people, the perpetrator, use the internet to harass, intimidate, or threaten someone. Cyber data breach means breaching the data, like the government data or that kind of sensitive or databases get accessed and leak the data. Hacking means refers to the breaking into the secure systems. Cyber terrorism, it's against the government, which and by using the cyber crimes, they try to create a terror fear in the crowds, in the people. Child explanation is it is a sexual abuse of the child's or grooming. It is the preparation, movements, actions, which also punished by the law. And online fraud and scam is such as auction frauds or investment scam like that. There are many kind of online fraud and scam we are facing currently. And I want to emphasize the other related concept, cybersecurity, which target the cybersecurity, try to ensure the continuity of the business, protecting the individual privacy and the national security, preserving the national security. Moving the next slides. Okay, here in the screen, the concepts of the cybersecurity, we are trying to be sure that security of the networks, application, endpoints, which means the computer or mobile phone currently we are using, data security, ID management, database, and infrastructure security, cloud security, and mobile security. But the critical part is the weakest chain is the human. So that kind of events related to awareness training or education, and you know that in Turkey, some department is started their education approximately 3 years ago, just focusing on the cybersecurity. Then, before starting to the cybersecurity awareness, I want to just quick put the history of the cybercrime. Actually, this timeline shows the evolution of the breach of the cyber crimes, and first one is the 1834, the first hack, the hacking of the telegraph systems. Thieves infiltrated the French telegraph system. Then MIT password theft, and coming to the 2 days, the methodologies become more complex, and using technology is become more higher. Like the ransomwares is the current one of the biggest challenge for the cybersecurity or cyber investigators, and also they are targeted to get big financial benefits. That kind of crime, like the try to hacking the big companies. Okay, here actually you can see in the screen the key areas of the cybersecurity awareness actually. And first I will begin with the social engineering. And for today, I try to finish social engineering and maybe passwords, but let's see during our presentation. And then passwords, we will focus on the passwords. How can we create the strong passwords? How can it can be leaked? And what is the critical points for the passwords? Disposing the data. In that topic, I will tell about how can we dispose our data securely, removing the data in secure manner. If we miss these critical points, our critical data, our sensitive data can be compromised. Then safe browsing, then VPNs, and at the last part of this presentation, I will talk about the malwares, type of the malwares. Okay, social engineering. Social engineering means, I think most of you heard about this, but maybe just a term, but maybe you don't know the exact definition of this term. Actually, social engineering is a tactic, that kind of tactic, and can be used by the criminals. But the target of the social engineering is manipulate the people, to reveal their confidential or sensitive data or credential to access their systems, or passwords to access their critical accounts like bank account, like that. It is in these methods the target is people, not the system itself. Manipulating the people, gaining the credential for the target system. Related to social engineering, I will tell about the shoulder surfing. Shoulder surfing, actually, in the screen, you are seeing that actually someone's looking over the victim's shoulder. But it is sometimes metaphorically, but sometimes it can be happened like that. By these methods, personal identifiable information, health data, company sensitive data, financial information, or bank card pins can be compromised. By these methods, to protect that kind of attack, always be aware of your surroundings, especially you are entering sensitive information into a device, or especially in a public place, or withdrawing the money from the ATMs. You have to cover the keyboards to protect your PIN codes. Use privacy screens also. Privacy screens, you know that also for the phone they are selling as a ghost screen. Just you can see the screen only the vertical angle, and nobody is the other angle cannot see the screen. Shield your keypads. Be cautious with the personal information, especially you are doing something with your personal information. Don't verbalize it so much. Keep your device close, especially the public area. You never let them alone. Regularly change passwords, and be wary of cameras, because cameras or even binoculars can be used for that kind of attack. We know that many espionage cases, they are using that kind of method to get the confidential, sensitive information from the target system. Then phishing. Actually, I said that what is the meaning of phishing briefly, but phishing is the another type of cybercrime, and it is the most common method. The cybercrime, it's contacted by email, telephone, or the SMS by someone posing as a legitimate institution to lure individuals into providing sensitive information, such as personal identifiable information, banking or credit data, passwords like that. Types of phishing. Email phishing is the most common way, sending email that appears from a legitimate company. It's usually one that the victim does business with. That is how they manipulate the people, the victim, such as a bank, such as internet service provider, like that. Spear phishing is more sophisticated way of the email phishing. Its target is defined. Whaling means it's similar to the spear phishing, but the target is whale, which means the top level management of company to get the big prize, like the CEO, CFO, like that. Smishing means phishing carried out via SMS. Wishing means voice phishing. Clone phishing means it is again it's legitimate kind of the phishing, but it seems again legitimate attack, but in that matter, it's cloning the SIM cards and change the source of this communication and cloning the SIM cards and sending impersonating the other guys to trick the victim. Farming means it is a more technical way of the phishing. The attackers redirect the website's traffic to another fake site by changing the DNS. Even the user has typed in the correct URL. Deceptive phishing means, in this case, cybercriminals impersonate the legitimate business or organization to steal people's personal information. For the phishing attacks, here in the screen, the major cases, global cases caused by the phishing attacks. First one is the Ubiquiti networks. It fell victim of big phishing attack, and as I know, the loss of this attack around to $50 million. The attackers impersonate an employee, which in turn led the other staff members to trick. Next one is the Sony. Sony lost around double of the Ubiquiti, and they are tricked by an email, but they thought that it was sent from the Apple, adding the Credible to the scam. Last one is the Amazon. Amazon didn't disclose the total amount of their loss, but by this attack, attackers sent the delivery email to the clients, around 100 million recipients. And this demonstrates just that not only the individuals or small companies, there is a huge effect. There can be a huge effect and massive financial data caused by this attack. Here in the screen, for the phishing mail, left one, you are seeing the fake email, and right one is the real email. And there are 6 differences between fake and the real one. Can you see the difference? There are some little tricks.
Yeah, I think in the fake one, there's not Microsoft. They use R letter. It's R and E,
Yeah,
and it's not
yeah,
M.
exactly.
Is it true?
Exactly. Yeah,
Okay, I'm safe now.
Can you see another similar mistakes, the fake one, because they cannot get the domain names. Microsoft, of course, they are using the URL spoofing. And the similar one, live, instead of live, they are using live with 2i. And here in the screen, first one is the Microsoft, as Maral said, subject urgent. It is a urgency, putting that kind of terms to make the hasty decision. That is a red flag. See, actually, the original Microsoft mail, usual sign in activity, or there are some typos, some mistakes related to words, and the last one is the again URL spoofing, leave, and they are put link itself instead of button. Okay. When we come to the how can we protect ourselves that kind of attack? Actually, always be skeptic. Be skeptical of unsolicited communication. If we don't know the source of this communication, we have to be skeptical. We should use spam filters, updated antivirus softwares. We should keep our browser up to date, and don't click on the suspect links before the. If we're not sure the links is correct or not, we can hover our mouse to reveal the actual link we will visit. Then, generally, HTTPS means secure socket layer for the communication. Of course, it can be bots for the criminals, but if there is no S, there is a red flag for you. We should never provide the sensitive information via email. Check email spelling and grammar, like the previous exercise. We should use two-factor authentication, backup our data, especially ransomware cases. If there is no backup, generally there is no solution, and your system already dead for you. But making the backup, that kind of backup, will be a lifesaver for you. Be suspicious of free gifts or prizes is also other red flag. Then after the phishing, spear phishing is targeted form of phishing attack. For this one, cybercriminals impersonate their self as a trust entities to trick specific individuals or companies. Phases, you can see the phases. First phases is identification. It is the initial phase. For the attacker, should do their homework to identify the targets, gather as much information as possible about the victim. This could include the details of the job, potential clients, or any partner, or any detail can be used to trick the client, victim. Second one is the preparation. After the gathering the information, the attacker crafts a personalized and believable attack. For example, the email is designed to look like it's from a trusted source, such as a bank or colleague or friend. The third phase is attack phase. The attacker sends the email to the victim. The email might contain infected attachments, malicious link, or a scam to trick the victim into reveal sensitive information. Fourth phase is exploitation. If the victim falls for the attack and clicks on the link or attachment, that means the attack is successful, and the attacker can execute the malicious actions such as installing malware, like that. Fifth phase is the data exfiltration. After the exploitation, after the enter the system, the attacker retrieves the stolen data or gains the control of the system. Then the last part is the maintaining the access. Even the attacker get the targeted data or sensitive information or even get the money. After that, still they try to maintain the access for the future attacks. Try to stay in the system for the future attacks. To protect the spear phishing, first one is and the most important was is education and training. Most effective defenses being awareness, actually. For the companies, companies should conduct that kind of training programs to train their staff, learn how to recognize suspicious message. Another important measure is email filters. These can help block the spam and message. Currently, email service provider are using that kind of filters, and generally they that kind of emails cannot enter our inbox. Generally, stay in the junk folder. Regularly update and patch the systems. Use antivirus software. Verify email senders. Always check the email senders. For the next one, don't click on suspicious links. As I said before, hovering your mouse to map to which address they are trying to reach. Don't open unexpected attachments. Use two-factor authentication. Routinely monitor financial accounts, and for the companies, establish a reporting protocol. Should be crucial to get the immediate actions that kind of attack. I want to go with the wishing. Wishing means phishing with voice, or voice phishing is a form of fraud in which the scammer uses a social engineering over the telephone systems. And in Turkey, there were many cases. As I know, hopefully, fortunately, the number is decreased significantly thanks to that kind of campaign. But there were many cases, and generally they are using your information to get to increase their credibility. Urgency and fear is the most of the critical part, because generally attacker push the victim in urgent situations to make the hasty decision or put the fear. And currently they are using the deepfake and AI technologies to increase their credibility to manipulate the victim. Wishing types, there are two types of wishing: shotgun approach and targeted. First one is the shotgun approach. Is literally it's like firing a shotgun, right? You are trying to target a lot of people at the same time. So the wishing calls are usually generic in the nature of that kind of attack. They don't have a lot of information about you, and maybe there's no information, but they just relying sort of bulk you are not targeting. So they attempt to target mass in the hope of even if a small percentage of those people, they fall victim to their attack. The second one is the targeted attack. In contrast of the shotgun approach, actually, it is like spear phishing. It is targeted. So in that case, they try to target specific individual, and they place well-crafted specific calls into the individuals, and usually they have some sort of information or knowledge about you, maybe your name or where you live, the job or your work address, and anything related to your family to manipulate you easily. It is a more specific or more sophisticated way of the wishing. For the wishing, actually, to protect, first one is verify the color. Okay, if someone calls claiming to be from your bank or a company you deal with, don't automatically trust them just because they have some of your information. especially Turkey, are many credential data leaked, and anybody can access via web some panel application. So many scammers are skilled at impersonating legitimate institution. If you receive any unsolicited call asking to your details, it's always wise to verify the caller before providing any sensitive information. Maybe how can you verify the caller? Maybe calling back this number. Be sure that the trusted institution called you or not. Maybe just during the call, checking the numbers by using the Google. Some of the platforms tagging that kind of scammer numbers, and you can see easily. To protect, the second one is the don't panic. Scammers often use the fear tactics, right? As I said before, urgency, fear, actually main weapons to trick the victim. They may tell you there's been unauthorized access to your bank accounts, or one of your family member is dealing some problem, or they are claiming that we found at some interactions between your financial account and terrorist organizations' bank accounts. So maybe they are accuse you as a terrorist organization member, like that. Just put you to as a fear situation. Try not to panic. Instead, stay calm and considerate, and check the legitimate institutions by calling 112 in Turkey or the police organization to check is there any that kind of claim is true or not. Don't make hasty decisions. It is also crucial. Linked to not panicking, of course. If you don't panic, and I'm pretty sure you don't make that kind of hasty decisions, but it involves taking the time before the acting. Scammers often create urgency to get people to disclose the information before they have time to consider if the station is legit or not. Callback, another good way to verify the caller is hang up the call and call back the institution on their official phone number. That means that you can ensure you are speaking to the actual organization. Next one is the ignore the request for the immediate payments. Scammers generally press for immediate payments, often via wire transfer or gift cards or any international applicable methods or the cryptocurrencies to hinder the tracking. And last one is the never share the sensitive information. Avoid the sharing sensitive personal information like our national ID numbers, bank account details, credit card numbers over the phone unless you initiate the call. If you start your call, it can be, but in other scenarios, never share that kind of sensitive information via phone. Okay, the strong passwords, but I passed the half an hour and I want to stop here. Maybe in part 2, we will continue from here. Strong passwords, malwares, VPNs, safe browsing, like that.
Okay, thank you very much, dear Furkan. We will continue in the second part, your presentation. And after your presentation, I understand one thing. It seems like the main target of the hackers I am, because I receive twice a week mails where they want to send me $1 million. Also, I received email where find your invoice in attachment. And also I received an email from Microsoft, like fake account, like we are going to close your email. And the last thing, I reserved the email from an attorney office where they wanted me to send the money. And as you said, I called them back and they say that unfortunately their system is hacked. And that's why I want to thank you very much, because it's a really useful presentation that you did today. And I want.
Oh,
Mhm.
thank you for a good summary and putting a real life examples. It seems that it's happening actually. All the threats is happening currently. I know it very well because of my previous job dealing with the criminals, and we faced many time. And I saw in the attendee some of my ex-colleague. We conduct similar investigation together. Okay, thank you all the attendee, and please, Maral, I know that you have a good another presentation.
Yeah, thank you very much. But it will be really quick. Dear participants, today I want to talk about fake accounts. Maybe you usually saw the fake accounts on the social medias, and you may ask that what is the topic for the day. So let's first clarify what a fake account is. Generally, I would like to categorize it in a two category. First is the accounts created by impersonating another person using someone else's name or photos. And the second type is the being anonymous, like, don't copy another person, just be anonymous in the internet. At this point, an important distinction must be made. If someone's create an account using fictional information without impersonating a real person and without committing any crime, this is alone is not constitute a crime offense. However, if a crime is committed through that account, then legal responsibility arises. In fact, under the Turkish legal system, there is no specific crime defined opening fake account. Instead, the Court of Cassation evaluates such actions based on the information used and purpose of the account. In other words, the issue is not just opening the fake account, but how it's used. So what types of crimes can be committed through the fake account? First, there's the unlawful use of personal data, creating an account using someone else's name, surname, or photographs without their consent constitution. The crime of unlawfully obtaining or disseminating personal data under Article Turkish Penal Code, this is a crime, and also it's ranged from 2 to 4 years imprisonment. Second, insult is one of the most common offense. Fake accounts are often used to damage someone's reputation, for example. This is also a crime. The penalty ranges from 3 months to 2 years. And another important issue is violation of privacy, sharing someone's private photo or personal information, for example, sharing your ex-girlfriend's photos or ex-boyfriend's photos. This is also is a crime under Turkish Penal Code, and it depends on varies on 1 to 3 years. And fake accounts may also be used for fraud, as I said, to share someone's personal photo as an example. In addition, imitating a brand or a company through a fake account and causing reputational damage may lead to liability under unfair competition rules, for example. So what can victims do? First of all, yes, fake accounts can be identified. Public prosecutors and cybercrime units can trace the account owner through IP addresses and login records. Victims can file a criminal complaint with the public prosecutor's office. They may also apply to a criminal magistrate court to request the removal of the content or blocking of access. There is also an important time limit for complaint-based offenses such as insult. The victim must file a complaint within 6 months from the date they learn about the act perpetrator. Otherwise, no investigation or prosecution can be initiated as the rule. So, in conclusion, I would like to highlight that opening a fake account is not always a crime by itself. However, how that account is used is the key factor. Actions such as impersonation, insult, violation of privacy, or fraud may lead to serious criminal sanctions. And here you see some of funny quotes. Internet never forgets. The law doesn't joke, and your future lawyer might already watching this presentation. So fake accounts may give you a second identity, but they also give you a first-class ticket to a real consequences. Just in a funny note, I would like to conclude our today's presentation. And if you have any question, you may ask, and don't forget that be yourself, because if you won't, who will? As another quote, pretending to be someone else is not only exhausting, it's also illegal sometimes. So thank you very much for listening to